Barrow County, named after David Crenshaw Barrow Jr., is located in northeast Georgia in the Piedmont Plateau between Atlanta and Athens. Barrow County was born as Georgia's 149th county on November 3, 1914, as a solution to settle the dispute spanning Gwinnett, Jackson, and Walton counties. Today, Barrow County is comprised of 6 communities: the city of Winder, the city of Auburn, the city of Statham, the town of Brazelton, the town of Bethlehem, and the town of Carl. It extends across 162 square miles and has reached a population of approximately 77,126, making it the 32nd most populated county in the state of Georgia. This growth rate signifies a rapid 50.33% increase compared to the 2000 to 2010 population, placing it as one of the top 5 fastest growing counties in the state of Georgia and the top 20 in the United States. In addition, Barrow County has a population density of 432.7 residents per square mile, which is 2.5 times higher than the population density of the state of Georgia. The racial breakdown in Barrow County is 72.7% white, 11.8% African American, 10.3% Hispanic or Latino, and 3.7% Asian. In terms of quality of life, Barrow County is ranked 24th out of 159 counties in the state of Georgia. We chose to focus on the city of Winder for this community assessment, as it is the city with the largest population and the lowest average family income in the county. The city of Winder has a population of 14,928 people across 13.5 square miles. The median household income is $42,611, and the poverty percentage is 19.8%, which is significantly higher than Barrow County's average of 12.9%. The median age of the residents is roughly equal to that of the county as a whole at 35.8 years. Looking at education, Winder has a 78% high school graduation rate and 15.1% obtain a bachelor's degree or higher. Grocery stores in Winder include Ingles, Piggly Wiggly, Publix, and Walmart, along with other smaller grocery stores such as Quality Foods and Save-A-Lot. In addition, the city includes about 10 gyms for physical activity, as well as a YMCA. Other attractions within the county include the Barrow County Museum, Fort Yargo State Park, Camp Twin Lakes and Camp Willoway, Chateau Elan Winery and Resort, the Chimneys Golf Course, Pine Hills Golf Course, and the Georgia Club. In regards to the school system in Winder, there are 5 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, 2 high schools, and 1 private school. Residents of Barrow County are offered a wide array of resources. In terms of healthcare, the county includes 2 main hospitals, Northeast Georgia Medical Center Barrow and Northeast Georgia Medical Center Brazelton. In addition, they also offer aid through the Barrow County Health Department and other privately run clinics and offices such as dentistry, chiropractic, vision, urgent care, and dialysis. Due to the presence of poverty, the county provides its residents financial assistance. For example, Action Inc. provides aid to residents who have experienced a crisis situation that led to hardship. Project Share offers emergency help to pay for rent, utilities, and food referrals. If purchasing food is an issue, food assistance programs and food pantries are available, such as Action Inc., Barrow County Food Bank and Pantry, Beach Haven Baptist Church, Carl First Baptist Church, Come Alive Ministries, Food Bank of Northeast Georgia, Barrow County Food to Kids Program, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, and the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children. We drove through Winder on 2 separate occasions, a Sunday around noon and a Wednesday around 10 a.m. Upon entering the county on our way to Winder, we drove through rural roads with large fields and farms with cows, along with many houses and a railroad track. However, no sidewalks were seen, which contributed to the fact that we did not see anyone outside in this part of the county. We also noted that the residents living in the rural areas were not within walking distance to resources such as grocery stores and healthcare. As we reached downtown, we noticed there was a lot of congestion and traffic. There were a few shops such as the Dollar Tree and various dining areas, along with the courthouse, Chamber of Commerce, and law firms. There was also a nice pavilion area for people to sit and enjoy the weather while strolling through downtown. However, we saw very few people out and about despite the beautiful weather. While looking at all the dining choices, we came to a conclusion that Winder has many fast food chain restaurants with few to no healthy options. We also noticed the grocery stores were not located near residential areas. It took us on average 5 to 10 minutes to drive there. However, people with no access to transportation would have no other option but to walk. We drove to certain locations in Winder, such as the Northeast Georgia Medical Center, the YMCA, and a school. The YMCA was approximately 10 to 12 minutes from downtown, which also makes it much less accessible to those without a reliable source of transportation. Upon arriving at the school, we were shocked by the condition of the building and the surrounding areas. The school building looked unkempt, and the parking lot needed to be renovated due to many potholes. Additionally, the sports ground only had 2 metal structures that we believed to be goalposts for a football field. It was overgrown and appeared as though it was not in use or tended to often. Besides this, we saw no other outdoor recreational space for students to utilize. When driving through more impoverished areas of the city, we saw few sidewalks, and those present seemed unfit for use. One sidewalk was completely obstructed by a large pile of branches. Many of the houses looked disheveled or even vacant. When driving through Fort Yargo State Park, we noticed there was a fee for parking, making the area less available to the impoverished. Conducting this drive throughout Winder made us much more aware of some of the main issues in the area, such as the poor sidewalks and lack of access to healthy food options. Once we came to some conclusions about possible nutrition-related issues within the community, we wanted to interview some stakeholders to see if their views aligned with our own. We conducted 7 interviews in total and spoke with a pharmacist, a teacher, a family, a clinical dietitian, a WIC nutritionist, a chiropractor, and a YMCA wellness director. Many of their perceived issues were what we noticed during our assessment.
It's horrible. You cannot get, there's very few healthy food options. Very few. I do not eat out in Barrow County. Well, we definitely need more healthy food options. I mean, there should be more Sprouts type grocery stores or those type of grocery stores.
Here in town, I think it's just mostly kind of like fast food stuff, but there are grocery stores. You've got Quality Foods up the street, and then Aldi's right here. They don't take WIC, which really sucks, but it's still a really good resource to have. And then if you go a little bit further, which is hard if you don't have transportation, there's like Publix, and down the street is Walmart from the Aldi, so it's not too bad. There's options.
I hate that there's so much fast food here in town. They're always bringing another fast food thing. But grocery stores, we've got plenty. And it's like from all, I mean, you've got Aldi if you want to like really see it, so like super.
Quality Foods is over there. I mean, so it's spread out pretty good
Walmart,
coverage.
yeah.
You have an Earth Fair, and I used to do a lot of shopping at Whole Foods when I lived over there. I'd like to see something more along that line.
So people promote healthy eating.
Yeah.
Okay.
And some places where I can get lunch where it wouldn't be a French fry.
We have a group of women that run here, and that's challenging around Barrow County, not being able to run in certain places.
Because when we first moved here, like especially this street right here, it was very like they've done a complete like overhaul with it, where they've added like the little landscaping and the parking, and so they have done a good job. But this is not a problem here.
It's a problem in that it's hard for people to get around without their own transportation. But on the flip side, a lot of sidewalks have gone in this area like within the last 2 to 3 years. So it's getting easier to walk around town, which would be better for everybody's health.
In the downtown Winder area, sidewalks do exist. Rural areas, which is a larger part, do not, of course.
But, I mean, I would think public transportation would help any community.
Yes, we have people who like don't have cars. They have to walk here from however far away. So it's pretty common for them to like not have a reliable source of transportation.
Okay.
I think a bus system would probably be really helpful. To continue to cause traffic, and these roads are already can get really trafficy. But something like that.
Public transit would be great, but I don't know that we could. I don't know that we can. I don't know that we have the infrastructure to support that on a large scale. I mean, it would be fantastic if we could.
I do have some customers that actually walk here.
Bicycle lanes would be really neat, but it would cost a lot of money to do that, and I don't know how many people would use them. For public transportation, we've got the senior center, and they have buses to truck their folks around. The school system will truck people around. The YMCA will truck people around. So I don't know, like a monorail system or a fleet of buses. I just don't see where that would help a whole lot because the distances aren't typically that great in this downtown area. Out in the county, maybe that would be a different thing.
I have personally seen situations where the lack of transportation has affected routine health care, medication compliance, and inability to drive to food banks or grocery stores to purchase food. I find that participation, at least from a hospital perspective, is low in community classes offered by the hospital. Unsure of the cause, but could be from transportation.
Definitely people with lower economic have a harder time. Of course, here at the Y, we give them scholarships, so really anybody can exercise if they seek it or look for it. But yes, definitely here it's the economic makes it.
I don't think that it's terribly difficult to get access to it. Affording it is a whole nother thing though. I mean, the food prices, especially fresh fruits and vegetables, seem to go up, and there's not any sort of a farmer's market or anything, at least not that I'm aware of.
Absolutely. A lot of low-income people, they don't have a choice. They can't afford to go to the doctor, so they just go to the ER because they have to be seen there. So they don't really have good maintenance care.
Okay, so I know that Barrow County is like lower income than you'd say like Gwinnett, or I'm not sure I would compare to Athens. But I do know they have like the programs like WIC and stuff like that. So I feel like even if you're at a disadvantage, there are programs and ways to not have that as like an excuse, to have poor health. But at the same time, I know a lot of people don't use it.
Don't take full
But it's there. So I don't know.
To my knowledge, there are very few food pantries, and I'm not certain if the Athens Food Bank supplies those local Winder-Barrow ones. There is a WIC office at the health department here in Winder. I don't believe that many people know of the few food pantries that do exist.
Probably our Spanish-speaking population, because they don't speak any English, and sometimes they're, sometimes like citizens and stuff, so they don't qualify for a lot of programs. With WIC, you can qualify, but you can't qualify for food stamps and stuff like that. I think that they are, a lot of times we'll see people fall off once they turn 1, they don't need the formula anymore. That's kind of the biggest thing, but we try and go to like the Head Starts and stuff like that to kind of help spread the word.
Access to health care is definitely better than it ever was. Quality of life, I think, is a lot more crowded now than it was. So they kind of almost offset each other. We can talk it all day long, but when the food that we serve them is breaded, everything's breaded. I know they've done a lot with trying to bring in more fresh fruits and vegetables and things like that, but
I think it's declined. It's harder to get good service. It's harder to get appointments with doctors because of insurance problems and government insurance issues. So I definitely say it's declined.
We believe that implementing a program to promote healthy eating is needed in Barrow County. For example, a market on the move would benefit the low-income population lacking transportation, as this would not require them to travel anywhere. An alternative option could be an earth fair or a farmer's market near the low-income population residential areas. We could potentially work with the existing local grocery stores and food banks due to their expertise in the population needs.